Hello, we are Team 8 Adaptive Modular Housing. The challenge that we are addressing focuses on existing modular housing solutions that are being deployed in Ukraine. While these solutions provide quick shelter, there are gaps that they do not address. The built housing is not always comfortable, and residents cannot always live there. Our team is proposing solutions across multiple scales in order to address these existing challenges. We're looking at residents, communities, and modular construction groups. To guide us through this process, we will follow the story of Anastasia. She is a wife and mother of 2 children. She lived in Moshun before Russia attacked, and now she has a modular house there that has been built by the New Crane project. However, the house is not comfortable for her family, and they cannot stay there for much of the year due to ongoing issues. To follow her path, we start with her family happily living there in a 150 square meter brick home. Their lives took a devastating turn when war struck. Upon the family's return to Moshun, they faced the harsh reality of homelessness. The family of 4 were offered modular housing as a temporary solution by a charitable fund. The family submitted their needs and were promised a 2-room house with modern amenities. They eagerly waited its arrival. However, delays plagued the project. Eventually, by the time the house arrived, months had passed and it fell short of their needs and expectations. Instead of 2 rooms, the family received a cramped 1-bedroom unit. The raised foundation required makeshift stairs, making access difficult, and inadequate insulation left the family either too hot or too cold. They long for a home where they can be comfortable and secure. As a result of the challenges they've faced, they've found shelter in an apartment in another city. Our team's 3-scale proposal to address Anastasia's challenges are to create concepts for intervention and independent change, a community governance model for health and healing, and design guidelines for charities and building teams to improve their future modular housing. Looking at the resident and Anastasia, we wonder how can she adapt her modular house to make it feel like a welcome home for her family. The cost of renovations, as well as questions of ownership, cause challenges when adapting the house to meet her needs. Our response is to address this with open access to materials, tools, education, and training for adaptive measures in the home. By working with the existing home building stakeholders, we propose an ownership model that allows Anastasia to own her home, as well as funding from charitable organizations to supply materials and training. Within the broader community of modular homes in Moshun, our approach is a governance model to address social value and sustainability. Anastasia plays a major role in the housing community as a member of the tenant committee. The committee works to achieve long-term sustainability goals while fostering community activities. The governance model relies on responsibility and human values, looking after neighbors, helping each other, sharing, finding happiness and joy, helping each other to heal traumas and stand together. Finally, our last element is to gather and provide feedback to existing modular home builders. We propose design solutions based on feedback from residents that New Crane and other builders can incorporate in the future designs. We're focusing at the community level and at the housing level, looking at cluster-centric design, the use of local materials, provisions for future expansions and adaptations, and community-driven construction. Our approach reinforces the value of community at every scale. It engages with the social value of healing. Research shows that healing is faster when surrounded by loved ones, such as neighbors and lifelong friends. Before the hackathon, we had a few general core ideas that we wanted to build upon. During this process, we learned about stories and experiences and chose to address challenges there. Further, we focused on identifying real-world partners to think about issues of ownership and funding. In the future, we'll develop further, talk to more residents, speak with stakeholders. Thank you.